How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? It's WTS Weather here, and today I'm going to be bringing you all the information that you need to know about the ongoing threat with Tropical Storm Debby. And in addition to that, I'm going to be giving you guys a little sneak peek about what's to come in the future for this active hurricane season, the areas that should be concerned, and when are we going to start to see this thing really pick up. Currently, I'm starting off here showing you guys the satellite imagery of Tropical Storm Debby. Currently, you can see it's a very broad rotation. Now, don't get this twisted. This is not an eye right here. This is not a well-defined eye. This what we're seeing here is a lack of convection with Tropical Storm Debby and a abundance of actually dry air. We do see a little bit of convection working its way up to the coastline. You can see these convective bands moving their way onshore. These are really the areas of concern that we're going to be taking a look at today. There are going to be training thunderstorms making their way onshore, convective bands moving their way onshore with gusty winds, heavy downpours, and some flooding rains to go along with it. So it's going to rain again today. Uh, this storm is going to be here until tomorrow. Still have another day with Debby. And I do want to note that we are not going to be seeing much strengthening within the next 24 hours before landfall. We are not going to be seeing much strengthening. I don't think it's going to be a wind threat that we're working with today for Debby. I think it's obviously going to be a rain threat that we're working with. So don't focus on the wind speeds at the current moment. I don't think it's going to be much of a concern. I think the main thing you should be worried about is the flash flooding and the rainfall that is going to be increasing in intensity over the next couple of days. As this convection increases, we are going to be seeing an increase in rainfall, and we are going to be seeing the rainfall start to ramp back up for some areas that may have not had much in the past 12 hours. Anyway, so now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the models. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the European model. Yeah, let's get straight into it. Overnight hours of tonight, Debbie should make landfall just on the coast of South Carolina. And again, there's going to be heavy rainfall coming back to areas that haven't really seen that much rain in the past 12 hours. That rain is going to resume for you guys. And you can see here a very heavy swath of rain just all on the northeast side of Debbie. This is going to be the morning of August 8th. So tomorrow morning, there could be some concerns in terms of the flooding, in terms of travel issues, that if you live in these areas that are being affected by Debbie, just make sure you keep that in mind, that the rainfall is going to be increasing and that there is going to be a threat resuming for these areas. And as we move into the afternoon of August 8th, again, this heavy rain band, it's just heavy rain band just pushing its way up north with Debbie. And we're going to see this rain band, wherever this rain band sets up, is where the heaviest rain is going to fall. You're going to see those locally high amounts of rainfall, those crazy rain totals, those historic rain totals. That's where you're going to be seeing those, wherever that rain band sets up. And we're just going to see this band push up north throughout the day on the 8th, on Friday. We're just going to see this rain band push up north and bring just a ton of rain throughout areas. Um, Throughout most areas on the eastern seaboard are going to be seeing a ton of rain. And now moving into the morning of Friday, Debbie should be out of the area North North Carolina and South Carolina and Georgia. Debbie should be out of the area. Could still be some onshore showers and thunderstorms making their way again into this coastal area. There could still again be some thunderstorms and showers moving their way onshore. So just keep that in mind on Friday. And then we see Debbie move up north. So here's your total rainfall amounts for Debbie. And I do like to tell people, as always, do not focus on the total amount of rainfall that you are receiving. Focus on just where the heaviest areas of rain are going to be, because a lot of the time, these models have a hard time predicting total amounts of rainfall. We see the European model does want a pretty big swath of heavy rain. And so if you are in that area, I would suggest paying attention to the rainfall. And if you have a flash flood warning, do not drive, as always, as that should be common knowledge. We do see some heavier amounts in here from the European model, upwards of 6 to 8 inches in some of these areas. We see a widespread area of 2 inches. Anywhere in these areas, anywhere in this big area of purple could really overperform or it could really underperform. It's yet to be seen. We could see some areas with insane, locally higher amounts of 10 inches, maybe even another 10 to 12 inches in some of these North Carolina, South Carolina areas. It's yet to be seen. We could also see some areas that get very little rainfall, like only get an inch or a couple of inches of rain. It's again just make keep in mind it's going to be a very rainy day, a very rainy couple of days. And if you have a flash flood warning, stay prepared for a lot of rain. So now what I do want to show you guys is humidity levels out in the Atlantic. You see these oranges. There's a ton of dry air. Just the absolutely depressing these storms, these waves, right? And again, we do see just waves, strong tropical waves moving their way off the coast of Africa. As always with hurricane season, if you do live in the Caribbean, just keep an eye on some of these waves. Regardless of development, as we can see, there's abundance of moisture now later in the forecast period over in the Caribbean. As some of these waves make their way over, we should see a lot of this dry air starts to move its way on out, which is going to open up the possibility for more storms to develop. So here I want to show you guys a product from Tropical Tidbits, the current sea surface temperatures this morning. Uh, you can see there's a little bit of upwelling in off of the coast of Florida, a little bit of upwelling going on. Previously, there were some sea surface temperatures pushing into 32 degrees Celsius, 31, 32 degrees Celsius off this area. But Debbie has since cooled down those waters, and now we see some very strong just temperatures all throughout the Caribbean, all throughout the Gulf. We could see a potential track like I wouldn't be surprised if we do in the future see a potential track like this. We have seen storms track like this before, uh, through the Caribbean and up, threading this little needle here up into the Gulf. Don't be surprised if we do get a storm like that within the near future. And again, there's a boatload of warm waters out in this main development region out here. There's a lot of warm water to work with. So it's not like these storms don't have any fuel. These storms are dealing with a lot of fuel to potentially develop. So once we do uh, get rid of this dry air that's currently over the area, which should be in the next couple of weeks, the season's really gonna kick into high gear, to say the least, because there's all right, guys, that's just about gonna wrap it up today for this video. I do want to quickly mention before I go ahead and end this video that yes, there's a special marine warning. Some of these storms coming on shore with Debbie are quite strong, so keep that in mind for the again this coastal area of North Carolina. Keep that in mind. There are going to be very intense showers moving on shore. They're going to be gusty. They're going to be have downpours and bring the potential for water spouts, as we see up here. Again, just training thunderstorms. That's going to, again, as I said earlier, that's going to be the name of the game for today with Debbie. And before I leave you guys, just want to make sure you guys are aware that there is still convection offshore that is going to be moving its way back into this area. That's this area of north of South Carolina. That's in a little bit of a lull. There is going to be some convection movement making its way back into that area. So you guys are not out of it yet. There is still heavy rainfall to come. You already see it. This area that appears to be in a lull. There's absolutely nothing going on. We see some strong training thunderstorms making its way over there that are going to be bringing flooding rains. So please visit the National Hurricane Center for more information. And that's going to be it for today, guys. See you guys later.